What's up, all Do I Want to Know fans, and welcome back to episode 23. You know, Michael Jordan number right here, Chicago Bulls, let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed our latest episode, The Greatest. That was a nice series that we were starting up with me and Frank the Tank Iantorno. Got a lot of good reception, but we're back with a nice classic episode here. But we have a stranger here today, and I'm not too sure if many of you guys know. I think we have Commander Spock. Is that you?
Oh no, Marc, don't do that right now, man. Don't tell me. I've been off. I missed last week's episode.
I know you're slacking now, man. Look at this.
I'm working, man. I literally, like, you see my cheeks are so red, my ears a little bit red. I just get back from work, man. I'm working Sunday through Monday to Tuesdays when my shifts are. That's when we usually record a post for Wednesday. Yeah. So it's and about the outfit, like Marc, I had a hoodie on, and Marc's like, nah, brother, nah. Get something nicer on. And I gave him options, and I put this on. I sit down, and I'm like, I look like I'm on Star Trek. So yeah. I was like, oh.
You have the Commander Spock look, but definitely more of a Chris Pine style.
I'll take Chris Pine. Chris Pine's a good looking dude.
But today we have a guest for you. And I know a lot of you probably hear a lot of her friends, a lot of her following or maybe coming in, and we got to say hi to you. You know, we're just a couple chill guys. We're from Toronto, if you don't know. And yeah, so pretty much we have the podcast here, and we're trying to grow and reach new avenues and try and look to more people that can help. We can help grow and help us grow simultaneously. And one of the ways that a lot of Instagram has been working nowadays is the introduction of Reels. And Reels have become very popular and a way of getting people's accounts to more and more people. And the person that's here today, yeah, right, Mitch?
Definitely. You know, your boy Liam talked about how Mitch is the king of Reels of us, but I think this person puts me to shame. I think.
I know. Yeah, we're getting happy when I get my Euro one gets a 2K, a 1.5. This Carlita Vasquez has got 189,000 on a reel. I don't know, consistent viewership. I love it. Has her own channel, has her own stuff going on, but I can't do it justice. We're gonna welcome on Miss Carlita Vasquez. Give it a clap.
Welcome.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
So Carlita, I heard that there was a COVID scare. You were about to die, and then you just came on from the ICU room. This is going to be the final goodbye.
I resurrected from the ICU.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got my first COVID. I got Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer.
On Tuesday.
And it did hit back, I guess.
Yeah, it really did. And it was weird because it didn't happen like the first 3 days. Like it happened on Sunday. Yeah. And it just came out of the blue.
Again, at this point, I'm just looking at the news and waiting for COVID to get its last legs. We don't want it to be talked about anymore. COVID, we just got to beat it up, get those vaccines going, and start talking. But somebody who's not on their last legs is only just starting the legs, is just starting their brand, I think, is Carlita Vasquez. And Carlita, let me know, is Carlita what you get called around so it's not like seeming so professional?
People call me Carla or Carlita.
Oh,
it really depends on.
Carla's more the Dominican side, and we know that you are half Dominican and half British. But before we get into that stuff, tell me, like, why Instagram? Because I think that Instagram, you have nearly 6K followers on Instagram. You have a YouTube channel. You have even a page that you have for body and LASIK surgery. So tell me more about that and why you chose Instagram, or why is Instagram the most popular one for you?
Honestly, I've just been on, like, I used to be on Facebook as a kid. You know what I mean? I was that person that was like my post for To Be Honest, for a photo edit. Like, wow. I feel like my outlet, because I guess everyone has an outlet. You know, some people tweet. I can't tweet. I'm not that clever, but some people tweet, some people TikTok, some people YouTube. But Instagram, as soon as it like launched, like I was always on it. Like every day I've been posting on it since like the first day I've gone. I've had it for like a year, like 10 years. Like it's been a while. So I feel like I know how to use it the best. Even though the algorithm is changing, I don't really know about the algorithm, but I just love taking photos, and a lot of my friends are there. I meet a lot of people on there. So Instagram's my drug of choice.
You sort of learn how to like navigate through the more you use. Like I can't say I'm a seasoned veteran at Instagram like you, or like maybe Mitch, Mr. TikTok over there, but I just like use the apps and I try and like look towards things that interest me. And I guess like after a while, you sort of get used to sort of patterns. Like, I don't know, Mitch, what do you look at when you go on Instagram?
What do I look at?
Yeah, man.
Besides the, your friends or anything like that, my page consists of like
Yeah, that's
workouts.
cool. What's on your explore page? Like right now, if you had to go like 3 things that are on your explore page, we're gonna put it up for the audience.
We're gonna put everyone's on here. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
I got workout stuff like fitness stuff, like
wake up right now, or you're never gonna reach the goals.
Not like that, but like workout videos, like guys living the good life. These fitness influencers, like on the beach or something like that. Sports stuff, obviously sports media is where we are, Mark, and yeah, that's kind of basically it. Maybe some like pop culture stuff there, maybe some movie stuff, maybe some like nerd, Star Trek, Star Wars kind of stuff, maybe.
Oh, I like that. Carlita, how about you?
Honestly, I think there's a lot of like fashion stuff, like a lot of Y2K stuff, like just like, I don't know, a lot of fashion stuff, also a lot of fitness stuff, a lot of home workout videos are all over my page, and 100% like drama, like shade room stuff, and like whatever's going on in the world is always on my explore page.
Yeah, those companies and those type of things, like when you get to big brands, like there's the big podcasts, No Jumper, Fresh and Fit Miami, these big ones that have those, but like there's so many small little podcasts. It's like, how many people are creating stuff out here? It's like, it's insane how many people that you can come across, and just to see somebody else in the industry, it's always weird. But one thing that I saw from you was that, and it's in your Instagram handle actually, is your Instagram handle is Yo Fave Dominican. And if you don't know Marc, and you don't know Marc Vicioso, look at that new name. I'm half Dominican and half Italian. So what automatically, right from the get-go, when I saw the title of the thing, I was like, Yo Fave Dominican, seen this, have to go. But why I wanted to bring this up was a lot of people nowadays, since Euro's going on, Copa America, a lot of stuff in the world's going on, a lot of people have been embracing their country, their flags. See a lot of Croatians on the streets, a lot of Portuguese, a lot of Italian, at least in Toronto. And you're half Dominican and half British. So I want to know what goes through one's mind when, like, you're your person, you're Carlita, and your name's Carlita Vasquez. It's like, am I going to act like a British person, or am I going to act like a Dominican person, And then sort of you like parts of their culture. Like, I'm half Italian, half Dominican, and I like certain parts of my Italian culture, and I sort of represent that more than my Dominican side at times. So would you say it's the same for you, or am I just speaking nonsense right now?
Well, I feel like, so I was pretty much raised by my Dominican mother my entire life. My dad passed away at a very young age, so I haven't had the opportunity fully to embrace like my British side. So I'm like when I identify, I'm like 100% Dominican. Like that's all that I know. That's my personality traits. That's my look, everything. But now that like British culture has become so big, I'm trying to learn more and like embrace it more and like get to know what's good, because I never had that opportunity as a kid,
Yeah, British culture is just like, I was never like I didn't really like watch anything like British content, British culture. I didn't watch any of that until actually recently, when I started watching like the Sidemen stuff, those funny guys on YouTube. I don't know if you guys watch, you guys like those guys, like, it's entertaining. It's really entertaining to watch, actually. And I'm loving the culture, because you get the slang from the British side that's compared to Canadian slang. Like, it's very interesting.
But it's not even just like the slang, I'd say. It's like just the way they act. It's a lot more like outgoing, like open, like
they're really intense.
Yeah, like.
But is that though how they act though on the street? Because like, you know what I'm saying? Because these content creators, they're big for a reason. They're big because they're very outgoing. They like to show their personality to people. Or all, like, is that how everyone is in Britain? Or
in England? I was on Clubhouse for like a couple months before it started getting toxic. I remember meeting like a lot of people from England on the app, and I will tell you for free that is how they act. Like, that is how they act on the streets. That's what it is. Like, every single one of them, act the same. Not the same, but like, you know, like it's the same.
And Marc, we actually try to get on Clubhouse. It's been like, what is like, I never got Clubhouse. How long were you on it for? You just said you were on it for how long, you know? You said?
I was on it from like December until like February. Like it was really, really popular in the beginning, but then after a while, it just became like people started getting way too close, started becoming high school because people were making cliques, clubs, and it started getting out of hand. But if you need an invite, I got you. I'll send it over. I don't use that app anymore, but I'll get you on there.
Like, it's hard to say that because it is pretty like, yeah, you need an invite to get on it. And
We got a dog in the back.
yeah, it's my dog. So I apologize.
You gotta love some natural content on the show.
Apologize for that, guys. Sorry, but yeah, I just lost my train of thought right now talking about. But yeah, sorry. We'll start from here. It wasn't the first time, Marc, we actually heard about Clubhouse. The Bello Bros told us about it first, correct?
Sorry?
Yeah, dog, I'm sorry. My dog's going.
The dog's barking. This is gonna be on the blooper reel of the podcast.
I'm this close of going mute and yelling at whoever's upstairs to tell them to be quiet.
It's okay, Mitch. We're gonna calm down. It's gonna
just like that TikTok trend was like, I'm this close until I'm gonna like, you know, send that text. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, but I didn't even know about Clubhouse like that, but it's definitely an interesting stuff to look at and look into. Bello Bros brought it up to us before. And yeah, Clubhouse, TikTok, Snapchat, and you get to sort of like go and you're sort of like a passport into different countries. You said Clubhouse, you meet a lot of British people. On Instagram, like India is like YouTube, India. It's insane. Like it's insane how many people from India watch YouTube. Did you know that the most subscribed channel in the world is an Indian music channel?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you. And it's something that I didn't even know because you think like YouTubers and you think of like the traditional North American, PewDiePie, Smosh, Jake Paul, if you whatever that guy is doing right now.
Yeah.
You think of those guys, but it's crazy to see that you can go different destinations everywhere and see different things.
TikTok too, like they
Well,
they go hard.
The population's in their favor, I must say. Like
that is true. But like it's crazy to look at and get to know the different cultures, you know, like when I watch like the Sidemen stuff and I see him traveling around London, traveling around like all these spots, traveling around England, it kind of makes me like want to like embrace that culture, have a chance to actually go to England. Like, Marc, is there like a culture that or like a place you want to go? Like, is
like
that
a travel destination?
Well, like a travel destination, yes, we can talk about that afterwards. But like, is there like a culture you want to like embrace or get to know, or like maybe live the life of like maybe for like a couple months? You know, not like a travel destination where like, you know, paradise kind of thing, but a new spot that's not Toronto. Which again, to be fair, Toronto's a very multicultural city. It's not like one type of culture in the city, but is there a spot?
And also, wait, side fact before, Carlita, you're actually from Manitoba. We're talking about Toronto over here. I didn't even say Carlita's in Manitoba right now.
I didn't even know that, Marc. So where are you?
I'm in Winnipeg.
You're in Winnipeg.
What's the vibe? What's the scene? Is it like
Well, we do nothing out here except for shisha.
That's
it. It's a very dry town.
Look at that. The Blue Bombers, a little Blue Bomber CFL love, I guess. Like
more like Jets. More like, I was gonna say Jets, but then that means like you must have like a culture you might want to live or your dream spot to live. Do you have that?
Definitely England.
England, really? Definitely,
because I'm half, and I've just always wanted to embrace that part. Like I've gotten to go to Dominican, and like to go from Manitoba to Dominican, my mom would take us there for like 3 months at a time, every second year, just so we can embrace the culture. It is crazy. It's a culture shock. Okay, it's like from normal, like regular streets that I've lived on to just like straight barrio. It's just different. So I would just imagine what it would be like to be in like England, and like they have different mannerisms and like a whole different like way of life. So it would be interesting to see what's going on.
I think one for me, like right here that I'm thinking of, like now that you brought up Britain and all this stuff, is like Japanese culture. Like I definitely think that's something that's hella cool because there's so much like little stuff, and Japan has such a big like mind for tech and like animes, Japan, mangas, different stuff like that, sushi, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like who doesn't like sushi? And who wouldn't want to learn about more stuff like that? Like, I think Asian culture, sometimes people try to, like, some people, ignorant people try to group it together, but there's different sects. I worked with South Koreans when I worked with Charlie's, and then you work with, you see Chinese people, you see Vietnamese, you see Filipino, and they're different. There's different things. Like, just because you're Asian, there's so many different sectors that you can even hit at.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like you call me white, Mark. I'm like 5 different backgrounds, but that's what white people are now. It's whitewash.
but Mitch, you were talking about dream travel. We're right now. Summer's here. We're here. It's June 22nd, I think, right now at the time of recording. Where are we going to be going for like big vacay? It doesn't have to be this year. What's the dream? Where are we going?
What's the dream? That is a great question. Dream vacation. It's hard because like I've been very lucky that my parents have been able to take me to great spots around the world. Down south, the opportunity to visit Raphael in France and Spain, and to embrace that culture for a couple of weeks there too. But I have to say, a couple of spots that I want to go is I follow this account. It's called Good Life on Instagram. Actually, speaking about Instagram, and it's just like it shows you all like the rich and like stuff that you desire, and it's like destination spots, cars, houses, whatever. And a lot of the destinations that I really like there is places like the Maldives, like Thailand, Bora Bora, Greece. Those spots are like, I feel like I want to, like, that's a travel destination spot. Yeah. What do you think? You like that or not?
Carlita, let us know. Dominican, obviously you've been. Yeah. I hope you've been to Toronto once or twice. Maybe not, but you never know. Where's some place you want to go?
I feel like, this quarantine really made me into like a very peaceful person. I feel like I wouldn't want to go somewhere that's too party-esque. I would probably choose like Greece, Santorini, read a book by the water. Because I guess there's not much to do there, like except for like go to coffee shops and like experience the culture. I would definitely say Greece as like a destination place because it's just the views are beautiful. Like,
yeah. And the main thing I'm going to tell people, if you're going to go on vacation, don't stay in the hotel lounge. Explore the thing. There's hotels everywhere. If you're going to go to Greece, you got to live like the Greeks. If you're going to go to Italy, you got to live like the Italians. You can't go to places living like you're at home. Explore. See new things, and that's how you meet new people. And that's
What about you, Mark? You've been pretty keen on destination. I'm hoping we get a big one right here from you. What's yours?
You know what? Like, it's gonna be corny, but it is what it is. Hawaii. That's always been like one of my places. Like, you can say what you want about. Mark said Hawaii. What is this? People like my girlfriend's probably like, oh my god, like this and that. It's like, oh, Hawaii, of course, a generic answer, but you get the.
But why Hawaii though? Why though? Like, don't. I won't accept it as a generic answer if you don't give me a generic response. Like, it's Hawaii. It's a nice, like, give me a reason.
If I were looking for a dream travel destination and have like a great reason as to why, maybe I would have said Japan, or even one that I want to go to is like the Netherlands, because the Netherlands have a lot of like different gardens type of stuff, like Spider-Man Homecoming.
Is that where Amsterdam is?
Yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah, and
I want to travel there.
I would go to Amsterdam too.
Amsterdam seems like a vibe.
There's also a lot of weed there as well.
like crazy the stuff there. More than just weed, Mark, I think. But we'll skip that right now.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like Netherlands, like Amsterdam, party cities like that. You go around Turkey. Go to Turkey. Go to what's the capital of Turkey? I gotta get my Istanbul. Get a doner with a kebab. Get like anything that you want. I'm ready to explore. But Hawaii, as you said, typical destination. Nice honeymoon spot, place that you can go chill, have a nice vibe, and that's a dream summer. I'd say, Mitch. Are you gonna be coming with me, Mitch?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. I would hope your girlfriend will be number one. But I appreciate you giving the boy the invitation first.
That's gonna be season 4 premiere. The beaches of Hawaii, right there.
Oh, I hope.
I hope one day we can do this in studio again, so I can just talk to you.
Besides that, too, like Canada's now allowing people to go travel now of July 5th. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You can travel, come back to Canada without having to do the 3-day or 2-week quarantine. I think 3-day.
If you're fully vaccinated.
I was reading something. It's more than just fully vaccinated. If you're a permanent resident in Canada, you can do it too. Yeah, it's the headlines are apparently. I saw this on like a couple TikToks when I was showing. They were showing me articles from like.
Of course, the most reliable news source.
It's not, but like they were showing me articles from like different spots. I swear CNN had one of them. CBC had stuff like articles on it, and the headline was fully vaccinated Canadians can now travel without the quarantine. And then, in the headline under it, it said fully vaccinated and permanent residents can travel
Is it
as well.
and or?
That's the question here.
Oh, I want to look it up right now, actually, while we say that. That is
Fact check.
But yeah, of course. While Mitch looks it up, and Mitch obviously going to bring that up at one part, we want to say here, just thanks to Carlita. And also, if you want to go and check out our channel, make sure you subscribe to the Do I Want to Know YouTube channel. I know a lot of you guys probably wait till the end. You probably thought Marc's saving this for the end. No, it's coming at you in the middle, at the beginning. Subscribe. It helps us a lot, helps us grow the channel. Carlita, I know you have a YouTube channel if you want to plug it right now while Mitch searches this up.
My YouTube channel is just Carlita Vasquez. I do a lot of stupid story times and
Yeah, I thought you got robbed.
No, that is something I want to talk about too, because I was watching a couple of your videos. What is going on in your life that your mom got robbed, you got robbed of $1,000, your best friend catfished you, like story time, like that's some like are you like the most interesting woman on the earth? Like that is crazy stuff that can happen.
Honestly, I've lived many lives, okay? People in Winnipeg are ghetto.
I hope we get a big Winnipeg audience after this. Like, I hope all our viewers are just from Winnipeg.
They're all going to boycott me for
exactly.
All right.
What I want to say here is that obviously reaching the end of the podcast, but we always like to end every podcast that we have with sort of a game that we can sort of give the audience and give our viewer. But this point, we don't have a game. So we're going to be doing a special short edition of the Millie. The Millie, if you don't know Carlita, some of our fans may know, is when Marc brings up topics from the news, stuff that's happening around the world, and he asks a question. Since there's only two of us, we can probably just have a conversation. I'm just asking both of you. So it's going to be three things that are in the world, and let's go from there. You ready? You ready, Mitch? You ready, Carlita?
I'm just gonna point out too that I could not find that article. So TikTok,
lie is teasing the audience.
TikTok did me dirty. You know what? I gotta start looking at TikTok for my sources, I guess.
I love it. I love it. Well, here we go. This is, I think, the third edition of the Millie, and we're gonna start off in South Korea. There has been note of the famous K-pop band Blackpink disbanding. I have not listened to one Blackpink song in my entire life, nor will I ever want to. But a lot of people may think of a band or think of a.
Carlita, do you know that band?
I know they're that band because like everybody I know is obsessed with anything K-pop. So that is devastating. I need you to understand that that's devastating, like to a lot of people.
It's big news. Big news. Like I don't even know K-pop, but I know what's BTS because they have the McDonald's stuff right now going. They have their own meals and they have Blackpink. So the question I'll ask to both of you guys is, if there was to be one group that's disbanded, like a band, maybe a group of people that you'd want to see get back together, dead or alive, what would it be? I'll start off, maybe I'd love to see like NSYNC come back for a proper album. They have Justin Timberlake, they have JC Chazé, they have like what's the other guy's name? Joey Fatone. I think like a nice NSYNC reunion could work wonders.
I just want a VG back. That's all.
That's a good one.
That's all I want. I don't want anything. I just want a VG back.
How about you, Carlita?
I think Destiny's Child. I agree that they all just come back together and just unite.
Imagine I think that would be one of the biggest things if Destiny's Child actually created an album.
Iconic.
They really should. If they really need like the money, I don't think Beyonce needs the money personally, but if she wanted to, she could
just do it for the vibes.
Bro, everybody would listen. Like even Mitch. Mitch isn't a big new music guy. He'd be like, new Destiny's Child. Like
I'd listen to it. Destiny's Child is iconic shit. Like
put up my own money for their band, for their studio time. I would just give it to them for them to make an album.
Beyonce, if you're listening, come on the podcast. Well, I'm joking.
Yeah, okay.
Big dreams. All right. Next on the list, we talked about Blackpink. Next, for the soccer fans and for our sports fans, 35 years ago today, or like not today, it's probably like a week or whatever, whenever you're watching this, there was a goal, the hand of God, where Maradona clicked it like this, and he scored a goal with his hand, and he ended up winning the World Cup. It's a big iconic moment. Maybe not a lot of people know, but maybe moments that you guys would know at home. Kawhi's shot, Raptors winning a chip, Golden State's big championship with Durant, LeBron big three. So if you guys, I don't know, Carlita, are you a big sports fan?
I like basketball.
Okay,
honestly.
basketball. So if you could go back to any moment in NBA history and relive sort of what's going on in that moment, what would it be?
Anything that Kobe's alive in. I would go back to that lifetime.
You know what? I think that's the first time we brought up Kobe since we did like.
I know, with my heart. I'm so sorry, guys. It's trigger warning.
It actually like, cringe a bit for a second there. Like,
because you got to think, like, you don't even think of Kobe. Like, obviously you remember his death when you bring it up, but like what I remember was like Kobe, just that sick guy, 81 points, 3-peat with Shaq, like 2 chips with the Lakers, like such an iconic player, and his Mamba mentality. Like if I'm going to answer my own question here, if I go back to a 60-point night, that has like so much more meaning, because you'd be going in knowing that that was his last game, knowing that, I don't know.
I'm getting chills. Kobe.
Like, that iconic game is like, he gave you 60, first thing. He gave you 60 in his final game, but it was something that you didn't think was going to happen. It was a star-studded event. Everyone was there, and the vibe was just like, he's back. His final game, he's back. I'm not saying Kobe was never back, but he wasn't the best in his last couple of years, you know?
His last year specifically, wasn't he lowest averages, but he came through. He said he had a little bit more gas, and that's what you love. He had that little bit left gas in the tank, and he emptied out the gas tank. He said, I'm going to give you guys a night to remember. And yeah, chills right now. Like, if I could go back to that night and watch that live in the flesh, that would be something.
I want to see that. I want to see Golden State when LeBron came back from
3-1, the block.
That must have been pretty hype. Golden State fans wouldn't like that. But
maybe I would have been in Malice in the Palace. I just want to see how crazy it was. Like right in the middle, Ron Artest coming at you, Ben Wallace.
Yeah, start fighting fans. That's what you want. You want to be the guy that they're fighting. You want to have Ron Artest punch you in the face.
Or like that big Asian guy that pushed Russell Westbrook in the Denver game when that was a crazy.
Fans need to just stay out of the NBA. Just take a step back, watch the game. Stop interfering with the players.
Somebody threw a cup at Embiid in the series too. Like, let's just stop, guys. You know, like, we love the players, and let's just make sure we're safe. But
Marc,
last on the millie, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Last one, and we're gonna go here because it's a little bit of a preview for our next episode. It's gonna be still in the sports. UFC 264 is coming up. Poirier, McGregor, and we're gonna be having a special "What You Need to Know" episode with a special guest to be named later. We have it in the works, and it's going to be all you need to know about UFC 264. But the question I want to ask, McGregor, coming back into the spotlight. He's ready. Who's somebody that you'd want to see right now fight again? I know that you said right now, if you had one person to see fight next week, who are you going to want to watch?
You're asking me?
Like, who's that person right now? That,
I don't think Carlina knows what. I don't think Carlina has an answer for this. I was gonna say. I think she's
maybe somebody like you want to see Tyson Fury right now. You'd want to go see John Jones, Israel Adesanya, Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. Who are you gonna go watch if you have one ticket to a fight to watch? Who's your money on right now? Who's the big star of the fighting game?
Well, the big star of the fighting game right now is the Paul brothers. I'm sad to say it's them because the boxing is taking off with TikTok and YouTube doing their thing. I'm not trying to say the Paul brothers. It'd be entertaining, but it would be like, for entertainment. It wouldn't be an actual fight. I'm very looking forward to Fury and Wilder's fight.
Oh, that's going to be a big, big matchup, Mitch. Fury Wilder is we're going to have like a night with the boys.
I love again, Fury, that British side. Very outgoing character he is, Gypsy King, so we talked about that, but
Carlina, are you watch fight? I know you said basketball fighters. Any fighters that come to your mind when you think of that?
No.
I would say Mayweather, but he just fought Jake Paul, and that was very I'm so sorry for anyone who paid money for that. You know what I mean?
If I
Like,
could
it
watch
wasn't that
Prime,
interesting.
if I could watch like Prime Mayweather right now, sign me up
Yes,
right now.
I
Prime
know.
Mayweather, but I
How
would.
about this? How about this? We'll ask you, just like anyone, who are the two people, like celebrity wise, you want to see fight? Because I know they say we just had like a TikTok YouTuber thing. A lot of TikTok girls are saying they want a TikTok girls fight coming up as well. Is there anyone in the world that you want to see fight that has beef, that its beef is on Twitter, beef is on whatever, Instagram, and you're like, you know what? Throw these two in a ring, let them duel
I
it
like
out.
this question. Mitch got to run the millie next time.
That's
Look at this.
actually a good question. Honestly, I don't know either. My first answer is controversial, so I'm not even gonna say that.
What is it?
But-
Doja Cat, Coi
Say it,
Leray?
and
What's
if
going
you don't
on?
want us to air it, won't air it, but say it and we'll see it.
I would know Megan
Okay.
and Tori. I feel like they would scrap. You know what I mean? But there's just not a good size up. so
Megan the
it's not-
Stallion versus Tory Lanez. That's a PR nightmare.
But I would see Nicki Minaj and Cardi B because I feel like they're the same
That's
type of.
that's actually a good matchup right there.
Probably
I think.
that would make probably more than the Mayweather and
Oh,
Logan.
if they actually set that up, that's
Because they actually
pulling that
have
out of
real
the water.
problems, or they had real issues where people are like, "Oh, are you team Nicki or Cardi?"
Yeah.
And I feel like at that time, if they put them in the ring, it's a money grab.
maybe
with that.
even
Settles
like for
all
some-
beef. Settles all beef. That's how it ends.
for some rap people as well. Maybe Playboy Cardi versus Lil Uzi. You know, they
Mhm.
friends turn foes are always good stories to tell. You know, whenever you have like friends turn foes, it's always like a thing. Maybe me and Mitch are gonna have a little bit of that action.
You've been teasing that. We've been teasing that for like a year now, Mark. So we'll see if that ever happens. It happens, but yeah, I think yeah. I don't think anything else I have to say.
All right. Anything else, Carlita? We like to let everything off the chest. Anything else you have to say right now? You know, just let it out.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Look
I
at
feel
that.
so honored.
We appreciate your time, Carlita. Carlita, have to say, like, this episode's been great. I love your vibe. I love the energy.
The vibe. I think this. Sorry, Mark, to cut you off, but the vibe of this podcast I really liked it. It was really open. We had great conversations about it. Very flowing stuff. It was great.
Yeah. And Carlita,
That was great.
yeah. If you want to plug
fun.
anything right now, I know you plug the YouTube. You can plug your Instagram. Plug whatever you'd like. This is the floor is yours right now.
Well, if you guys want to, you guys could follow me, YoFave Dominican. Not that interesting, but I make some funny reels sometimes.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Mark,
Don't
me and
follow me
Mark
on
will be doing that.
Facebook.
Me and Mark will be following you like right after this.
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, thank you. I'll follow back.
Gotta love it. Well, that's episode 23 of the podcast. Mitchell Cairns, beautiful guy as always. Carlita, thank you. And as I said before, make sure you subscribe, like, helps us a lot. Follow us on Instagram, trying to reach that 1K followers pretty soon. And if you guys can just watch this and follow, it means a lot to us and will help us build better and new things. So one day it's not just you watching us on a Zoom call, maybe you're watching us on the TV. So that will all help us. But anyways, I love you guys, love our audience. And until next time,
yeah, still don't have a line.
looking for it. We're still looking for it.
Looking for an ending line, but we'll get there.
There we go.